good, YouTube, and welcome back to another Assetto Corsa Competizione video, episode 2 of the Path to Platinum series, where I attempt to get a platinum rating in this game, which is the highest of high when it comes to being rated as a driver in this game. And yeah, this is where we kind of hit the roadblock here. I think the ratings will show exactly how tough this is, and yeah, I can't really say much. However, though, this race at Monza though was, I'd say, by far my best race that I have done in a long time, actually, especially online. So I'm not going to spoil much of it though. So yeah, on screen is the ratings from episode 1, and of course, if you want to watch episode 1, the link to that video will be in the description. But yeah, with all that being said, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure other sim racers want to see this if they're interested. And yeah, with all that being said, let's hop into the video. Lap 1 I think was great. So in the start, I started, I believe, top 10 or something like that, maybe 6th. But because I know how much the chaos can get into turn 1, I decided to drop back and just play the long game and let the other racers crash out themselves. Because we all know Monza, it's the Temple of Speed, that's what they call it. And of course, when you're going too fast, you make mistakes, and these kind of law-based mistakes are pretty blunt. As you just saw right there, about 3 cars went off, so we gained about 3 positions, and it looks like the Audi here is going to go straight into the Shadow Realm, Shadow Super GT. But yeah, let's just go ahead and continue on. And just like that, boom, we are in the top 3. There's been a lot of mistakes from the front runners ahead of us beforehand, as you saw. We had a BMW off after Ascari, and then another BMW off on the Parabolica. So that really helped us out when it came to. I mean, we were pretty much consistent the entire stint so far. No crashes, nothing like crazy saves or anything. But I mean, as long as we stay consistent and this lobby just continues to crash, maybe the two front runners will crash somewhat. You never know. But we continue on. And just like that, I got my first ever ACC win online. And I'm very proud as I got a big push there from the Porsche. Shout out that Porsche, by the way. He moved out of the way, and instead of, maybe ruining my race and forfeiting, a win like that, he honestly, got out of the way and didn't want to be too much of a roadblock. So shout out the Porsche. He's a real one. He's a W driver there. So he won in my first ever, or not my first ever online race, but my first ever win in an online race, especially as chaotic as these. So very happy, very proud of this one, and hopefully more to come. And now to the more painful bits of the video. And I say this because of how much the ratings have decreased. But let's look into the ratings and just see where we are. So, as you could see, if I can pull it up, we dropped a level, or not a level. We dropped a point in our total rating. Um, Previous one was a 92, as you could see on screen. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we have a lot of improvements, such as track competence. We are now pretty much max level when it comes to track competence. I don't think truly max level though, because I am missing some tracks like Watkins Glen, Indianapolis, Donington Park, all of those. And safety has also gone up 5 points. So technically, we are able to compete in the competition servers. So that's a W in itself, and hopefully I can get some competition videos going. But hopefully we will see. However, though, consistency and car control, they fell off, and that is the main reason why I'm down to a 91. We were at the 90s for car control, but I think it's because I've been experimenting a lot with different setups, different tunes, with the Mercedes in particular. Things have just they've gone down, and I lose control of the car, which I mean is part of the learning process, don't get me wrong, but it just sucks when it takes a hit on your rating. Racecraft as well has gone up a point, but yeah, consistency has always been my weakness, which is a pretty big weakness considering that you need to be very consistent to be a platinum driver, but that's all right. We will bounce back from these and hopefully we'll be back to that 92. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I truly, truly appreciate you, and I appreciate y'all for the love and for the support, and just for anyone watching these videos. Um, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that shit. Shout out Horror Squad, shout out Banshee Mob, Phantom Squad, y'all the gang. And with all that being said, I will see you on the next one. Peace out. From the food in the field, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, got a bag, now I'm flat, on the loose, from the food in the